So because Victor Osimhen didn't play the Galatasaray game yesterday, they lost woefully to AZ Alkmaar in the first leg of the Europa League playoffs. Uh, very, very, disappointing defeat. I'm sure Victor Osimhen is going to be kicking his leg, against the wall right now because his dream of actually bringing this Europa League to the Galatasaray fans is coming to nothing after this really, really careless display from his teammates. But there's still chance, of course, it's a double leg fixture, so they will stand a chance to see how to come back from this when they welcome is at Agma, I think next week at home. So there's chance for that one. And Victor Smith is going to be present, but this is going to be really difficult. I don't see them overturning this 4 goals deficit. They conceded way too much, to come back from. But we'll see what happens. This is football. Anything can still happen at the end of the day. So the reason why he didn't play, is because he had accumulated up to 3 yellow cards over the course of the group stages, which you know was why he wasn't available for that game. He wasn't even in the bench for the game. The group stages, they played against Ayas AZ Aigma, the same club that's now humiliated them, Dynamo Kiev. So he picked up yellow cards in all of these games, respectively, and that was why he didn't make appearance. But he's going to be ready for the next game, the return leg, which is to be played at their home. So they will give everything that they have to make sure that they, try to stay in the competition. But elsewhere, also in Europe, we have Daniel Digger, who actually made his made his appearance in Europe. He didn't actually play in this game in the playoffs of the Conference League, but the good thing that happened is this man is making his dreams come true. Of course, especially if you check his background, the way that he has been moving, from grass to grace is something of a testimony. Considering that he started from Nigeria and then played for Imba, then FC1 Rockets, and then went on a tryout to Molde FK, passed it, signed a really good contract, and then right now he is playing in Europe. Dreams actually do come true, and for this man, it certainly has. So his team Modo made an appearance in the Conference League playoffs, but he was an unused sub as they lost narrowly to Shamrock Rovers, 1 goal to 0. So for Daniel Digger, of course, he's going to be very happy to have made his dreams come true of playing in Europe. But definitely, he's going to be disappointed he didn't get a chance to debut in Europe. But they have a return leg, of course, at the home of Shamrock. So maybe he gets the chance. The coach might decide to play him to uh, see a different combination since they actually lost yesterday without him making an appearance. So the coach might decide to play him in the next game, but we'll see what happens from next week. And then for Chelle, he has a new boost right now because Semi Ajayi has now returned fully, back to the West Bromwich side football club. He returned in their last game against Blackburn Rovers, but they lost 2 goals to 0. But Semi Ajayi made the substitution bench, even though he was an unused sub. But what does this mean for this young man? It means that he has now returned back fully from injury and is waiting on the coach, for the right time to start playing games after that really long layoff due to injury. So this is definitely going to be a good news for Coach Eric Shaw, because he now has several options, and we know Semi Ajayi has been very consistent with the Super Eagles. He and Akon, they've been really good, pairing together. So definitely something to look out for. But whether or not it's going to be match fit, before these games come up in March, is still a question to be answered by himself and the coach. But let's leave that one, guys, and let me let you know that the under 20 Flying Eagles have now known their opponents in the African Cup of Nations games coming up later in Ivory Coast. Of course, I let you guys know that they're currently in camp right now training. We have discovered that they're in a really really strong group in the Group B where we'll play Egypt, South Africa, and Morocco. And this is arguably the group of death in this Nations Cup. But if anybody can qualify out of this group, it's definitely going to be the Flying Eagles because uh, they've done it several times. They are 7-time champions, so they can do it again. And then, as you can see, the other groups on the screen, Group A consists of Ivory Coast, DR Congo, Ghana, Tanzania. And then Group C, we have Senegal, Zambia, Kenya, Sierra Leone. So what will happen is the best two teams in each groups will qualify into the quarterfinals. And then the best losers, that's the third places, will qualify from the groups and then join the guys in the quarterfinals. So that's how it's going to be. The guys that make it into the semifinals will qualify for the FIFA Under 20 World Cup. So that is that for that. I'm sure because Zuberu and his boys, already knows this. So they're in camp right now planning how to get the best of results in this group.